Hi, this is Rachel Bouzier, and I'm building with ULSTN Media.
All right, so today we have rising star, super extremely talented singer, Rachel Bouzier here on ULSTN Media platform specifically for independent artists and creators. So Rachel, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
Okay. How's everything been going?
Everything has been going. Life has been lifing. The world is in a crazy place. Mercury just came out of microbraids. So on the up and up because, c'est la vie,
I understand. Life definitely be life, man. But since it's your first time on a platform, one thing I like to do is kind of like get a little background, and then you start from the beginning, your origin story, and then we kind of move forward.
Okay.
So my first question for you would be, how would you describe your childhood?
I would describe my childhood as the best of 90s nostalgia. Like I feel like I really got like um a an eclectic experience of like different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of what's cool about millennials, especially the ones born like around the time I was that like we got to experience what it was like to like not have cell phones, like not be in that world. And then we were there for like the rise of it. And like my dad is a huge like nerd, so like we always had like the latest Apple computer, and like he was like
Mm-hmm.
real big on like tech, so that was always like, and he was an educator, so I mean like my grandparents were church going, like
Mm-hmm.
my music background like honestly really started in the church, so like just an
Okay.
eclectic mix of what was popping, I guess. I had a fanciful, imaginative childhood for
So
real.
you grew up with your mother and your father?
Yes, my parents were when I was born. They wasn't together, but I guess they decided to build a family, for
That's
better or
good.
worse.
Hey, they made it happen.
They made it happen.
So how did you get that name Bouzier? Like, is it's a very interesting name.
So, funny enough, so my father's grandmother, so like my great grandma on my dad's side, is Haitian, and
Okay.
my grandfather growing up, people used to call him Boozer. And like I never really knew why, and they was like he didn't really, I guess, start drinking till later in life. I'm like, well, why did they used to call him Boozer? Like,
Right.
and this is at a time when I'm like searching for like what I want my artist name to be.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wanted it to be something that like meant something to me, because if I didn't want to change it, like that's what I decided, that's what it's always gonna be. So it had to mean something. So I'm like thinking about all these things, and like I was gonna be Rachel Boozer, but I was like, no, like, why did they call him that? And then like I found out that that's probably like because people still be calling me Bouzier, but it's Bouzier. But it's like we don't speak that way. Like we don't have that diction, so I don't like correct people because it's like
Yeah.
that's the twang.
Uh-huh.
And so I figured I was like his whoever his father was or whatever they call him, that their last name was probably Bouzier.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna go with that. And that was just like me playing Nancy Drew or like whatever detective work I was doing. But like a few months later, maybe like a year later, my mom, she like real big on the ancestry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she even be checking on my dad's, and these people from my dad's side reached out and they were like, we don't know any I ain't gonna say my government, but like we don't know any of those people, but we do have Bouzier, like how I spell it
Yeah.
and everything in our family. And I was like, holy fuck. did I really figure out this mystery? Like, so I feel like that was a long answer, but that's
No,
where
no,
it
no.
came
That's good.
from.
I do want to know if I'm saying it correctly because I don't want to mispronounce.
It's
Yeah,
Bouzier. So like,
Bouzier.
yes, like your
Bouzier.
best French, like Bouzier.
Okay.
Bouzier.
Because people get my name wrong all the time, Britte, and they say Brittany or Britta or
You
whatever.
okay? So at first, and I think it's just like our fried brains because when I was reading the email, I was like, "Oh, Brittany," but then I was like, "This does not say Brittany. This says Brittany." But once you actually get past the Brittany, it's I don't think it's hard, but I guess.
Yeah, man. It's been like that since I was a kid, so I'm used to correcting people. You know what I mean? But
Period.
I thought that was a very interesting name, very interesting name. But I think I like it. I really do like it, man. So you started singing in the church. That was your first time. You singing like publicly or just being introduced to singing?
I believe my first time singing publicly was in church, like in the youth choir, in a church choir.
Mm-hmm.
Back in, so I was born in Nashville. Like a lot of my mom's family is there, so I would spend summers there. And when I was with my grandparents, we going to church every Sunday. So we also got choir rehearsal because we got this other thing. So like I was in the children's choir. My cousins, like they were teenagers, young adults at the time. They was one of them directed the choir and like they would sing in the choir. So it was really like a huge family affair. Like I do believe the first time I remember like realizing like, oh, I can like low key it was like, oh, they eating this up. Let me give them some more. Was I was singing Amazing Grace at this church convention, and like when I say you tore the house down, like
How old were you?
I was 12, I
12.
think.
12.
I was 12 or 13, and I had of course modeled it after Destiny's Child's version. And so when people was like loving the rhyme. But when I tell you I bought the house down, I said, oh my God, they just want you to try a little bit, you know?
Hey, nothing like getting love in a black church.
Okay, for real.
They will big you all the way up. So I'm sure that was great. So was that what sparked you? Was like, yeah, I want to sing.
Honestly, I feel like that was the spark, but it had always kind of been like within me, I guess. Like my mom would tell me when we would go on like road trips back to Nashville, I'll be in the back seat just singing whatever she was playing. So like Whitney Houston, In Vogue, like whatever she was listening to, I was in the back like singing to the top of my lungs. I spent a lot of time with my dad's dad, and he listened to like blues music and would like take me. I don't know why this man didn't have a job, wasn't at work, but he would take me to like bars with him, and I would be like with all of these like older people like at the bar listening to blues music. Like it's just been around.
Yeah,
and so
yeah. I mean, you got to get you introduced, get you cultured.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's good. I hear a lot of that in your music, though. You know, those different influences, the blues, the jazziness, the different riffs that you have in your music. I definitely hear it. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So, like, when did you feel like you were going to start taking it more serious?
Really, when I put out my first single, Prayers, I was like, I guess, well, really like a year before that. And I was like, but I don't know. I don't know what was like the fire that was lit under my ass. I think maybe I was at like a stagnant point in my life. I told you like before the interview, I think I mentioned like working corporate, like just kind of, I was bummed out because I wasn't being as creative as it was kind of bursting out of me a little bit. And I think I was suppressing it or not intentionally suppressing it, but like I'm going to work every day. Like I'm trying to, make some money to live. And I really needed to and felt the need to create something. But I was like, I'm a type B person, but I'm also a perfectionist. And so I was like, I know, like, but I also knew I couldn't, like, think too hard about it because you know how artists get, like, and I'm guilty of it now, like, just sitting on music, just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can never make it perfect. You have to eventually decide, okay, this is ready for the world to hear or witness. And so
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what you asked me. I just want to
you doing good. Just when did you
okay.
start taking it serious? And you said with prayers. That's your
Yeah.
first
Oh,
single.
yes. I started taking it serious with like a year before that.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to figure out like, okay, what do I want? How do I want to show up in this space?
Mm-hmm.
And really leaned heavily on literally prayer and, my spirit team and the universe and God, whatever
Mm-hmm.
you do. But yeah, I was like, and also too, I think becoming a woman, I think, and we also talked about this a little bit before, but like everybody has something that they're supposed to give and share
Mm-hmm.
with the world,
Mm-hmm.
and mine is through song and through music, and I was not only doing myself a disservice by not being that creative that I knew I could be. I was doing the world a disservice because I'm supposed to
Yeah.
share that song with the world. And like the fact that I really don't even have to tell my story of like my background of what I listen to, like you can hear it in my music. Like that's why I'm supposed to be doing it, for like that feeling that it
Mm-hmm.
just,
Mm-hmm.
it gives us all.
You mentioned becoming a woman. Like, what does that mean as far as you feeling like, okay, I'm becoming more of a woman. I'm making a decision to put out music. You know what I mean? From going to the corporate world. Because from what I understand, nobody in your background, they weren't any artists or they
Yeah.
didn't perform any, use any instruments or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you just had this thing in you like, I gotta get this out. So
Yeah.
how did becoming a woman help you make that decision? Like, yeah, I'm gonna put this song out.
I think becoming a woman, I guess, is just the phrase that I use, but I think really just like growing into my artistry, like growing up, like kind of
Mm-hmm.
realizing like, at least for the type of person that I want to be and how I want to live my life, like I know I'm not supposed to just be working this job and that's it. Like I know I'm supposed to be just walking in my purpose. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's something that we're all born with. I feel like we all like kind of know what we want to do, like as soon as we're like here, for
Mm-hmm.
as soon as we out the womb, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we all know what we want to do, but the world that we live in is just so like it operates better if we don't know what we want to do and they can tell us what to do. And so I definitely feel like outside forces play a part in us feeling like, oh, well, I should do it like this versus
Mm-hmm.
how my body is telling me to, even though it's like, I don't know how I'm going to eat if I just decide to sing, or like, how am I going to make this work? How am I going to pay for this? It's like, universe, God, whatever, didn't tell me to worry about all that. It told me to sing.
Yeah, man.
And so it's that growing up in that sense, becoming a woman, becoming a better person, just becoming wiser in that sense.
Yeah, you definitely sound like you've been in the church.
I've been in the church. I've been in the stars.
So what inspired the song Prayers? Because I mean, um, that's kind of heavy. That's heavy.
So I remember, I usually am not like a person that actually, low key, I do kind of remember a lot of the processes of my songs. But this one in particular, I was in a karmic relationship. I'm no longer with this person, but we were out of town and like something had happened to like really piss me off. And I was like, okay, I can't be out of town with this person and we not getting along. Like we stayed in the same hotel room. Like, oh my God. And so I was like, my body was telling me, okay, well, you need to write it out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I recently started journaling and it really helps me clear my mind. So this was me
Okay.
subconsciously doing that. And this was like 2016. Also, the song is hella old.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just wrote out how I was feeling and it ended up coming out as a poem. And it started out, of course, like me like praying for just the strength to deal with this person in this relationship. But
On the out of town trip.
on an out of town trip, child, just chaotic. But I ended up like it took me to like just a lot of different places. in my life, or not in my life, but it took me to, it became more of like an ode to like the black man in general, and like because I ended up thinking about more than just him. Like I thought about friends of mine and other people from the past, like my grandfather, like, and it just became a prayer for black men. I feel like that sounds so like whatever, but like
Hey,
it grew
hey,
into
we need that.
you know. I was
We
like, you know
need
what?
that.
Instead of being mad right now, I'm gonna pray for this black man.
Wouldn't the world would be so much better if we got those prayers, man. I appreciate it, but it's a great song,
Thank you.
lovely song. You had another song. Well, you got a few songs, uh, like a cha cha. I thought that was a that's a vibe, man. How did you come up? What was the
Hey.
inspiration behind that?
Oh my gosh. I thought nobody would ever ask me this. I'm like,
Cause it sounded like you was kind of like spitting game.
what do you know? Or are you just really
I'm
listening?
listening to the song. I'm like,
Definitely,
okay.
definitely was spitting game. The song was inspired by somebody that I think is fly, and it's forever immortalized in that song. And yeah.
Okay. um, man, you got your album Crushed. 7 songs. Why only 7 songs?
So I know that like technically by the rules, and like one thing you will learn is like I'm like fuck the rules, fuck the structure. But technically Crush is an EP because it's less than 20 minutes, or it's less than 22 minutes.
I don't know. I usually go by like tracks. At least that's how I think of EPs as
Yeah.
tracks. So
And usually
like,
it's 6, I know, as an EP. But I'm
yeah.
like, technically it's 5 songs and 2, like, but anyway, my intention was for it to be an EP, but like it's an album, but whatever, we don't, it's a body of work. It's a beautiful
It's a
labor of
project.
love. Yes, body of work. Why just 7 songs? I, um, it's very important to me like, how I present things to the world. And a lot of those songs, a lot of songs that I have now are like older. It's just like, how do I put this together to like tell a story? Like, how do I make this larger than these songs? You know what I'm saying? And so at the time, those were the songs that felt like they told a story of where I was, or the story that I was trying to tell. Um, and it just so happened to be 7. 7's a lucky number 7.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, I think like short albums are like always the best for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Maybe because sometimes people they throw in like filler songs or whatever, but it definitely wasn't any in this album that you got here. The one song that I like the most is "The Shore."
Okay.
That's like a real vibe, you know.
Excuse me.
I feel like it's something that you listen to if anybody's ever been to a beach or anything like
Yes. Okay.
anything like that. Definitely has that feel, and like you have a very soft singing voice, and but I can tell you have like range as well. You know what I mean? So it's it's very pleasant to listen to, man. And it's something that
Thank
I
you.
can just vibe with all of the time. How would you describe your singing style?
Oh my God. So first of all, shout out to The Shore. That was like the song that like people to this day, I feel like it's like, oh, it's my number one stream song on like most platforms. Like it's just
you need to do a video.
Listen, I had a whole idea for the video, but the idea was so much bigger than my budget, honey. Okay, like I was dreaming real big, but how I would describe my singing voice is a
or just like your music, just your style,
my sound. I think how to say. So I grew up like in like singing. I didn't really have like any formal training growing up. So like I grew up around music lovers, like people who had good taste in music and listening to good music. Obviously church, in the choir we're singing. There's certain songs that you sing, you learn you're not making up songs.
Yeah.
And then in school, like I did theater and chorus there, choir.
Yeah.
And so a few times throughout my childhood or like throughout my life, I had like tried to dive into singing, but I could never quite find like I sounded good singing other people's songs, but I didn't really have like my own thing, and I kind of like knew it wasn't really developed yet, but I was like, I'm gonna keep going with this. And so I learned how to sing by imitating like a Whitney Houston, or like I learned by mimicking. I can throw my voice when I'm not trying. Like, don't ask me to do it like on the spot, but when I'm not trying, I can throw my voice very well, and that's how I learned how to sing. And so I think all of that to say, I feel like my sound is an embodiment of how I want people to feel, and I think that's like warm and soft, like I don't know, I feel like it's very abstract, but that's how I would describe my sound. I think it's a lot of my favorite artists are people that technically don't have that great of a voice, but they know how to use their voice and feeling to convey what it is, the story that's in them. And like an Amy Winehouse, like a Solange, like they have beautiful voices, but like technically they're not like what people would classify as like a singer, but like they create such beautiful music because they understand how to use their voice to tell their story. And that's how I would describe my sound.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely sounds accurate, because you are unique. And like I forgot I was just listening to the album, and I forgot which song it was, but I don't know if this is the actual genre, but I just felt like pop soul. Like,
okay, I think low key it is. When I'm trying to scroll through the thing, I feel like pop soul might be one, but
yeah, I don't
but
know
okay,
if I coined something new. Maybe
you may have done something with that. I'm like, okay.
If you run with it, just give me my 20%, and we good, But I definitely felt like a pop soulish, because I can definitely hear some Beyonce type influence,
Beyonce.
You know what I mean?
Love Beyonce.
And just
now.
other, soft female voice influences, along with just other different sounds. You know what I mean? So I thought you were very unique in that way. I also saw that you had a feature with Anthony Lucius on the project. How did that collab happen?
So me and Lucius actually go way back, like when I was dabbling in the music world, like around 2014, 15. Me, him, and Mastermind had a song, and we performed it once. Mastermind never put it out. The artist didn't own the music. It was a really amazing song, and like
hold on. You like, I know a lot of, it's probably some people that don't know, but you telling me you, Mastermind, and Anthony Lucius got a track that ain't been put out yet.
It's so old. I don't think the world is ever gonna see it. I feel like I asked Mo about it, and he was like, I don't even think I have it anymore type shit. But
man.
If
Come on,
I know
now.
it was really good, like Anthony was like really spitting on the verse, and I'm like, oh my god, he can really actually rap, like. And so I just been a fan, for real. And I just been a fan and kept in touch, and we would, follow each other's journeys, like each other's stories, and yeah.
And decided to do a track together.
We decided to do it. I think. Oh, okay. So we had gotten back into. I was singing backup for Southside Jerry for a while, and we would just go over to Lucius's studio sometimes, and we all did a song together. And I think we did 2 songs. We did some songs together at the studio, and like a few years later, when I was thinking about, or no, how did he end up on I Wonder? Oh, I was like, when I was trying to get back into, music and like creating a project, I was like listening to YouTube type beats. And I was listening to this one, and like I heard something, but I was like, I actually hear somebody on this. Like I very rarely ever hear like other people on my songs. I'm working on that because I do like collaborating with people. But I was like, it need a rapper on it. But I was like, who can rap on it? Who can rap on it? I was like, Anthony. If anybody can rap on this weird ass beat, it's Anthony. And so, because he kind of has like a different like bounce, to his flow, and I felt like it would complement the beat very well. And
it does.
I reached out to him, and he was down, and
the rest is history.
The rest is history.
That's what's up. So, how would you like? What do you feel about the R&B scene here, music scene here, in St. Louis? Like, what is your perspective on it?
I feel like it's thriving in pockets, but I guess that's true for like all of St. Louis music. Like, I feel like it's thriving in pockets. I feel like there are a lot of amazing artists out there, and not a lot of, at least locally, like platforms for them to shine on. Like I feel like it's a lot of amazing artists in general, period, but not a lot of opportunities for them to showcase their talent, to build an audience. And so yeah.
Any you would like to collaborate with?
I always say my homegirl Rocks. I just love Rocks. I love her. I love her voice. I love who she is as a person. So hopefully one day we can get a collab in together. I don't know if he counts as R&B. I'm gonna count him as R&B, but Armand Tyson. I don't know if I'm saying it backwards, but he is like so talented, like so amazing on the guitar, amazing voice. Kind of another one of those people where it's like, it's not so much about his voice, it's the soul that's in what he's saying. Would definitely love to work with him. And off the top of my head, that's it. I'm open. Like I said, like I want to collab with more people. I'm open to collaborations, but off the top of my head, yeah.
I got you. Would you sign a record deal?
Right now, honestly, no. Because you know what? I feel like you really have to, like right now in this moment, if a deal was brought to me, I would be like, I don't know. It would really depend. Like I don't have a legal team. Like it's really just me out here.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have to have your own program, and I feel like you have to have your own program when you're presented with opportunities like that. And I definitely have a program, but like for the most part, I am my team. And I don't really have what I feel I need to have in order to sign a record deal. Like, and at this point in the game, I feel like it's not really worth it to sign a record deal unless like, I need the legal team to make sure I'm getting you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to own all of my shit. Like, don't give me no nasty 360 backdoor. Like, no, I don't want none of those shenanigans.
Man, I'm so glad that you feel that way, because I feel like artists need to own that works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so many artists are just like, well, if it's a deal in front of me, I'm just taking whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think it's important that, like you said, get you a legal team,
Mm-hmm.
get you that music lawyer, an accountant,
Yeah. Yeah. All of that.
a
You really need a
PR,
team.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, get you a PR person, really build up, your team so you can have someone who, like you said, if some do come around, you
yeah.
know, I I'm in a better position to be successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really good. I really like you probably had the best answer I done had so far.
Oh, period.
Yeah. But
Don't sell your souls, people.
what is a good witch? Cuz I saw that I saw that on your on your joint. What is good
So
witch?
I was trying to think of like just a unique creative idea for merch. And it's not as extreme, but like when Prince had wrote slave or like was writing slave on his forehead or like wearing slave t-shirts or however he was
Yeah.
presenting that, like he was owning a word that really, like, nobody likes to say it, like nobody likes to admit it, but like we're all in slavery right now. Like we're
Mm.
enslaved with our phones, we enslaved because we got to go to the grocery store to get some food. You don't know how to grow your own food, slave. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like
Mm.
we can really take it there, but
Mm.
I felt like I have this kind of like what's the word, like uh I feel like I have a like mystical kind of whimsical air around me,
Okay.
and I or like that, like that's what people think, like maybe because of the people that I've been around or the stuff that I'm into, like maybe they might think I dibble and dabble in those things. And
uh,
like apparently if people do like dibble and dabble in things they don't have no business dibbling and dabbling in, but
uh,
and whether that be however you want to take that and wherever you want to put that.
mm.
But I wanted people to know, like, we all have powers, like we all have kind of like we're all here for a reason, we're all here to tell a story, like we all have powers and I'm choosing to use mine for good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a play on that, like I'm a good
Okay.
witch. Really, it just means I'm using my powers for good.
Okay. Okay. I'm like good witch. It's a little still spooky.
It's spooky? You think it's spooky?
Anytime I heard witch, good or bad,
Okay, that's real. Are you like do you watch horror movies? Are you into horror
oh,
and like
absolutely
okay, and you know
not.
what I found is like people that don't do spooky don't do spooky
Yeah.
at all, like, and so I'm a horror buff, like I watch like The Conjuring like for fun, like,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying, so like I
Okay.
love a good horror movie. Don't let it be like a supernatural type beat. I
Uh-huh.
love it. So I can use it casually in conversation because I just watch horror movies
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. I I don't deal with horror movies at all though. Sinners was is a horror movie, but I didn't really I didn't really see that as a horror movie.
Okay, good. Because some people did. I know some people that don't really like spooky stuff, and it was like, it terrified me. I'm like, come on now. Sinners, that was the message. There was a message there.
Yeah, but I typically I don't do horror yet. Horror. So you might be onto something with saying that, I don't run across too many people who I ask about that, but that might be something because I don't deal at all. I don't like being scared. So like when people
Yeah,
when people
yeah,
want to go to like haunted houses and
yeah.
stuff like that, like I'm not down.
Now, haunted houses aren't really my thing, but also I feel like I've done one before. I've done it twice before in my life, and I feel like if you've done it once, you've done it a million times. But also, to your like, a haunted house is a little bit different. I'm like, well, okay, so I read this thing where it was saying like people who gravitate towards that type of stuff, like who like to watch thriller and horror stuff, it's really a way for your body to regulate anxiety. So if you're if you're used to like casually seeing like being anxious when you're watching these movies, you're less likely to be anxious in social situations or and things like that. So I think subconsciously, maybe that's why I like horror movies. I don't know. I haven't linked it, but
you put a little academic spin to it. I see what you're doing, good witch. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. But it's all good. I rock with it. I rock with it. How did the feature with Tree Villa come about?
oh my God, because we just, from being out and like seeing each other socially and just respecting what the other person's got going on, keeping in contact. Marty hit me up, was like, we working on this project. We need a singer on this. We think you would be great for it. I was like, sure, I love you guys. Like, if it works out, let's work it out. And it worked out. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
And
feeling
it's,
that joint.
you said you like it?
Yeah.
You got the vinyl?
Nah, I don't have the vinyl.
Okay, so I know it's a video, so it's not on streaming services. It's only on the vinyl and like on the video.
Okay.
So
Okay, because that's what I've been watching the video.
okay, yeah. So
I
if
really
people
like the song.
are wondering what we talking about, you can't stream the song, but you can buy the vinyl.
Okay.
I don't get anything from that, but it's a beautiful project. From the artwork to the production, I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's fire, man. Q, Benny, they fire anyway, man.
Yeah.
They just throw you on there, man. It's a vibe, man. So I guess my final question, man, it seems like it's just going by, but
Time flies when you're having fun.
but do you have like a St. Louis R&B Mount Rushmore?
Oh my goodness. You know what's crazy about you asking me that is I asked my friends this, but I didn't even have an answer. So now I have to have an answer. Oh my God, a St. Louis R&B Rushmore. What's that? 5 people? Four. Okay. I know history. We definitely got to put Josephine Baker on there.
Okay.
I recently, and I don't even know that she sang, but I know that she was like had a huge influence on like St. Louis creative culture in general, like the fashions, the film, the activism, just the like truly an influencer before influencers. And for me, like I draw inspiration from everything. So like I feel like somebody like her definitely influenced my artistry as far as like really putting who I am as a person into my artistry, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Josephine Baker, honorary up there. We gonna put her up there in the 4. Who else we got?
We got one so far.
I want to be like, oh my God, St. Louis R&B Mount Rushmore. For real, I want to say. I feel like people are gonna talk about me if I say this, but truth hurts. One, because my grandmother and her grandmother were really good friends, and also contagious. He's so contagious. He turns my page. Like what? Excuse me. Iconic. Like brain chemistry altered. Like knowing that she was from like that was my grandma's friend's daughter or granddaughter. Like oh my God, I could do this too. Like I don't know. Beautiful woman, beautiful voice, beautiful hit. Like. So I'm gonna have to add Truth Hurts on there. I'm sorry. Okay. Josephine Baker, Truth Hurts. I guess I don't have to be so classic with it, huh?
It's your Mount Rushmore, so it can never be wrong.
Okay.
So
I feel like I feel like I would have to put. I know he wasn't the best person, but I feel like I have to put Chuck Berry on there.
Okay.
Because
rock and roll, R&B. It's yeah, I guess so.
You think? I know. I feel
Uh,
like rock and roll influence like.
It's acceptable here.
Okay. Okay, you know.
It's acceptable here.
This is so random. That's 3. I got one more. Who I'll put on there? I don't know. This is a hard question.
That you ask all the time.
I don't ask all the time. I just ask my friend, and it wasn't R&B. It wasn't specific to R&B. I just asked them who would be like their St. Louis Mount Rushmore. Uh-huh. And I think I did. I had 2. I had Maxine, Auntie Maxine on there, Maxine Waters, and Dick Gregory. And I think I just couldn't think of other 2 people that I would put on there. But back to the R&B Mount Rushmore.
It's cool. We'll settle with the big 3.
Okay.
The big 3 is good. The big 3 is good.
Or when I know you said R&B, but like I suck at like I know like things have their genre, but I'm like, what is a genre? Like, you know, I feel like they all kind of.
Your answer, whatever your answer is your answer.
That's my big 3. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay, the big 3. Either way, you know, it was a pleasure. You know, hopefully we get a part 2 one of these days, or whatever. But anything you want to say to people? Any plugs?
I don't have any plugs. You can follow me on social media at Rachel Bouzier to keep up with the journey. Mm-hmm. I will be putting out some new music spring, September, joggers.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for taking time. And I love the questions that you asked. Besides the Mount, you stumped me a little bit with the Mount Rushmore, but I loved the questions.
Hey,
otherwise.
You're supposed to use your superpowers. All right. Thank you.